is Jason Weber, and I am the author of the just released Mr. Fantastic Bastard. This is a memoir slash creative nonfiction collection of writings. And I would like to share one of my chapters with you tonight. This is from a chapter called An Open Letter to My Birth Mother. Dear Miss Klaus, Merry Christmas from your son, the one who you said you had no interest in when I finally tracked you down on August 2nd, 2018. Merry Christmas, Miss Klaus. I will never call you mother, mom, or any derivative. So, yeah, I don't know what to say here. What does the bastard son of a Latino field worker and the second-generation German immigrant who had a father named Werner, who was a piano tuner by trade, have to say to the woman who birthed him and then threw him away like a blood-soaked tampon or a spent rubber? I've only heard your voice once, and now I feel safe enough to say this publicly. You sound like a bitch. Just the way you say your words. So smug, so rehearsed, like you knew that one day you'd get this call, and you've been waiting your whole life for this entire moment. Yes, and I am not interested in you at all. Click. I can only imagine that after you hung the phone up on me, you called a girlfriend or maybe your sister to tell her, well, I finally heard from my son, and I just did what I always planned. I just told him I didn't want anything to do with him. Well, Miss Klaus, you're absolutely within your right not to have any kind of relationship with me. You don't even have to acknowledge my existence. I broke the secret covenant of adoption by tracking down my birth mother, the one who had all the answers to everything I ever wanted. Questions I want to know about family history, diseases, did I have any siblings? I'm sure some people thought I disrespected my adopted parents by seeking out my birth parents. That wasn't my intention. My adopted parents were far from perfect, but they loved me and took great care of me when I was growing up. So this wasn't about revenge for my unhappy childhood. This was about wondering who the fuck I was. You see, Miss Klaus, by refusing to acknowledge me or even answer any of my basic questions, you tell me a lot about yourself. You're probably a very lonely woman, and it's likely you probably looked at this mean, crazy old aunt that everyone avoids during Thanksgiving. I'll bet you're like Robert Duvall in Sling Blade, barely conscious of what's going on around him as the cobwebs of senility slowly overtake him. There's no indication that you have any relatives nearby and you're wheelchair bound, so why isn't there a spinster niece somewhere helping take care of you? You're probably going to die alone, Miss Klaus. I'm not saying I want you dead, but at the same time, I'm not exactly going to mourn you when I do a Google search on your name and city and I finally see your death notice or obituary. Bet you anything you won't even get an obituary. You don't sound like the kind of person someone shells out the dollars for their obit. You're not worth remembering, and you know that, don't you? I know I'm veering dangerously close to Eminem territory here, but whatever. Here's the thing, Miss Klaus. I forgive you. I don't know what the circumstances were behind my conception, birth, or anything. I don't know why I was given up for adoption at all, out of all the options available at the time. I mean, this was after Roe versus Wade. This holiday season, I won't get the gift I always wanted, closure. But the fact that I can still forgive you and not pay you any mind is a pretty fucking awesome gift to myself. I wonder what, if anything, you do special for the holidays. Do you ever think about me at Christmas time? You know, biologically speaking, you have a granddaughter. You'd like her. Merry Christmas, Miss Klaus. I hope you don't spend New Year's Eve alone. I mean that. Thank you.